Donald Trump taking away Speaker Pelosi's airplane. Trump telling her he's postponing her trip on this military jet scheduled for Brussels and Afghanistan because of the shutdown. And then he adds she could fly commercial if she wants, or maybe not, into a war zone. This, of course, is a response to Pelosi, who said she would reschedule his State of the Union. Now, today, all of this pettiness back and forth, more shade at the man accused of often stiffing his own employees.
I'm not denying reply from all. We're saying let's get a date when government is open. Let's pay the employees. Maybe he thinks it's okay not to pay people who do work. I don't. And my caucus doesn't either.
Trump recently tells aides, though, that, quote, we're getting crushed on this shutdown. The polls show some of that. Trump's overall approval rating is now down 7 points in the past month. Even worse with his base. 10 points down among Republicans, 7 among white men without college degrees, down 18 points among suburban men, and down another 24 points among white women without college degrees. Gallup notes Donald Trump is now the first president in history to never reach any majority approval, not for a single day, during his first 2 years in office. With me now, former U.S. Senator Robert Torricelli. He served during 5 government shutdowns, including 1996, which had been the longest. That's a Trump record, as well as the whole unpopularity thing. Fordham University professor Christina Greer joins me as well. What do you think of what I think you have to admit, even though I know that you are supportive of some of what Speaker Pelosi does, what do you think of this increasingly petty part of the spat?
Is it petty, though? I
mean, it's petty.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think Nancy Pelosi is trying to make the argument that, you know, we've got 800,000 federal employees, to say nothing of the hundreds of thousands of other Americans who are out of work because of the shutdown. And this president needs to read the Constitution, in which it says that he must, you know, present to the American public his agenda. But she's saying, you know, for either national security reasons or the fact that we are in the middle of a shutdown, he needs to either wrap this up, talk to Mitch McConnell, since Mitch McConnell could end this shutdown if he wanted to.
Or he could hold votes.
Yeah, he could do his job. How about that? Right? He could do the thing that we're paying him to do. And so I don't think it's actually petty. I think it's part of a much more larger conversation Nancy Pelosi's trying to force the president to have, since he didn't get his money for his wallet when he had 2 years of unified government.
Senator, when you served in the Senate, there would be votes from time to time on these sort of matters to reopen the government.
What I don't understand about this is why no one's coming up with creative ideas. I mean, I've seen these kind of intractable problems we had with Reagan, with Social Security funding. We had it with interrange nuclear weapons. We had it with the budget problems with Gingrich, which led to the previous. But everyone is just taking their positions, and it appears to me they're hardening their positions.
Yeah, it's getting harsher, for sure.
And since it's never going to come from Trump, I am kind of surprised that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck are not throwing out there more creative solutions to try to get past this. And leadership's not going to come from the White House.
And the pressure on Trump, though, does appear to be having an impact. It's widespread as the shutdown grinds on. Senator, you represented New Jersey. I want to play someone who represents the Bronx. Cardi B weighing in on this Trump shutdown. Take a look.
Trump is now ordering, as in summoning, federal government workers to go back to work without getting paid. Our country is in a hellhole right now. Oh, wall. And we really need to take this serious. I feel like we need to take some action.
Is she right?
Well, of course, I was going to say the exact same thing.
The same way.
Same way. She is right that I think most Americans are sitting back right now saying this isn't just a problem over an issue. It's a problem of the governance of the country. One thing that I think Donald Trump is going to understand and why these numbers are falling is most Americans don't look that there's 3 branches of government. When the government's not functioning, there is a president. And the president is responsible for making the government function. They don't look at it as you and I might with these co-equal branches.
Right. And that goes to Mitch McConnell, which you raised earlier. Putting aside what one thinks about, I'll cancel your speech, I'll cancel your plane. OK, we're in the cancel wars.
Earrings off.
Here we go. One of the star new members of Congress, Congresswoman AOC, as she's often called, is out there leading the charge. Also the Bronx. Here we go. It's the Bronx night. Also leading the charge, though, and saying, look, this isn't just Donald Trump again. This is Senator Mitch McConnell. The Democrats arguing he's MIA. Let's take a look at that for your analysis. Here we go.
We're here doing our jobs. We have voted repeatedly, over and over again, to reopen the government. He's not in the cloakroom. He's not in the Capitol. He's not in the Russell Building. He's not in the floor of the Senate. And 800,000 people don't have their paychecks. So where's Mitch?
She's demystifying the process for the American public. So many Americans are saying, okay, it's the president's fault, which it is. But Mitch McConnell has really been the gatekeeper on this. So what Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez is saying, it's like, listen, Mitch McConnell, you could do your job and bring your colleagues to the table and vote, and so we could actually jumpstart the government. Mitch McConnell hasn't done that because he also knows that the vast majority of people don't know that that's what he's supposed to do.
Well, that's such an important point, and that you have new blood, new members, all this energy, and we have more of that later tonight, telling people how it works, because if you're in charge, why are you hiding? If this vote was good enough before the government shut down, why isn't it good enough now? And are you really majority leader if you're not running this like Cardi?
Well, and it's evidence that this is really Trump's party. That these Republican senators know better.
Right,
they are scared to death of primaries.
Yeah.
They're not going to get on the other side of Donald Trump on this.
And that's, I think, a point. I said some things we disagreed about the petty thing, but I think we can all agree the Senate does not report to the president. It's supposed to hold its own votes. And as the government stays closed, I think that is going to stay important as people see that. I got to fit in a break. Senator Torricelli, Christina Greer on a Bronx night.
Apparently. I'm a Queens girl.
You're a Queens girl. All right. Hey, I'm Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.